What up, everybody? Welcome back to the ShabinLife. It's an exciting episode. All right. Hope all is well. Hope everybody's hanging in there during these crazy times. Just got up to the land, and I know that normally when we pull up, we do all this crazy stuff, and then we turn the camera on. So I thought I'd try and turn the camera on first. But this is a super exciting trip for us. We're hopefully breaking ground over the next couple days on the start of our house build. Going to start with just a driveway or a road so that we can even get the machinery up in there. But this is really awesome. We're really excited. Mrs. ShabinLife, aka Dana, followed me up here this weekend because she's not staying the whole time. My hope is that I'll be up here for a majority of the beginning stages. We only really have 2 contractors that are doing work for us in the beginning here. One of the contractors is an excavation company doing the road and the foundation dig, and then the other is a concrete company setting my foundation walls. After that, it's just Dana and I building the rest of the house. At least in theory, that's how we've planned it. We'll see how it works out. But like I said, we just got here. We're really excited. I can't believe we're actually here, man. Years and years of watching YouTube channels and just reading blogs and just following along on people's journeys when they maybe lived in the city or even lived in the country and just made this choice to kind of slip off grid and live a more self-sufficient, self-sustainable lifestyle, which is what we love and we've been looking forward to. But I can't believe we watched all these people, make these moves and build their homes or, move into a home and turn it into their own, whatever it might be, develop their land, create self-sufficient systems. And, whether that's water catchment, which we're going to be doing this trip on the Shabin, just so that we have some water up here for when we're doing the building. But it's just so exciting to have seen all that, and now we're here. I mean, it's been years, but it seems like just yesterday. As far as getting the land, it's been a couple years of us just clearing stuff and getting ready for what's going to happen over the next couple days. I can't believe it. I'd be lying if I didn't say I'm massively stressed out with getting to just here. We always say you got to love the process, love the journey, and we do, but I'll tell you, it comes with some definite stressful times, running a business, my wife and I being independent contractors. You think that creates a lot of flexibility, but really what it does is it creates a little bit of craziness when you're trying to schedule and building a house. That's not like, cruising over to drop somebody off for soccer practice and trying to fit it into your schedule. This has definitely been a unique time, but we're doing it. We're making it work. And if we don't, it's the house comes first. But we just got here, super excited, kind of going to just film along a little bit for when we first get here, and got to open things up, get the brush hog out, all that good stuff. I normally don't show you guys that stuff, but this is what we do when we get here, so come on. We're here. Looks like Dana's got the doors open. I can't believe that I was here 4 weeks ago and mowed this yard, and it doesn't look like I did poo-poo ka-choo up here, which is a bummer. I didn't really want to have to come up here and mow anything. But for those of you first time joining in, this is the ShabinLife with my smoking hot wife Dana, and
You're not supposed to say stuff like that anymore.
no, I'm just not supposed to show you in a bikini setting up the water catchment program.
You're not supposed to say that either.
Okay. But like I said, first time chiming in or checking us out, thanks so much. Again, the channel's called ShabinLife, mostly because that's the Shabin, aka was a shed, now a cabin. Or I should say, still is partially a shed, still is partially a cabin, aka the Shabin. And wherever you are and whatever you're doing, as long as you're living simple and loving nature, then you're living the ShabinLife. Soon, a house.
That sounded demonic.
Sorry. It's already up.
I know. Oh.
All right. So we're in the Shabin. Anna's got the windows open because it's super hot in here. All right. Solar looks like it's all good. Shabin's still standing. I didn't blow it up, so that's a good sign. All right. So this is the Shabin. This is where all the magic happens. Sheboygan.
Home sweet home. Ish.
Yes. This is going to become sort of a mess in the very near future with tons of tools and all kinds of craziness to build the house. But for those of you who have never seen before, it's our wonderful oak futon. It's where we sleep. Nice sawbuck. Super duper awesome phone holder, aka iPad holder, so that we can charge. The honey pot. A curtain that I've never pulled close. Our little kitchen area. Basically, we just catch the water that drains from on top of the jugs up there into the water and trash can. Chipper and brush hog, which need to be moved out of here as they do every time. So yeah, we're gonna get to moving some stuff out of here and getting ourselves set up. We have a pretty large tree to take down. That's our number one priority before anything gets started over the next couple days. Mostly because the tree would be right where felling the tree would be right where the house is. So rather than take a chance once everything gets started, we're going to drop it now, along with maybe 2 other small ones. But that's definitely a priority before Monday's excavation gets started. So we'll try and bring you along on that. And then once that starts, you know, I think that we'll start doing the water catchment system for the shed roof. And yeah, man, we're really excited. Thank you guys who have been, you know, following along. Like I said in the last video, hopefully there's a little more going on now than just me mowing the lawn. But this is an exciting week for us. Just to see the driveway get started, I can't believe I'm actually going to be able to drive all the way up to the Shabin and not hump what I'm about to hump right now all the way over to it. Nothing like, you know, 7,500 pound buckets of rock having to drag those bad boys over. But yeah, super excited. Hang in there. And we got a special show for you.
Too close.
Can you see those thorns? Look at the size of those thorns. Got to be really careful with some of these trees up here. One of those thorns went directly into my thumb last year, straight in, not on an angle, and it was in there for a month. I mean, I'm hung up on them now, but these things are so difficult to chip, and the only way to really get rid of them is to burn them. And to burn them, you got to drag them to a pile, and you just got to be so careful. It's just one of those things. It's so minuscule, but it'll put you out for a while. I mean, the one that was in my thumb, I mean, that affected me at work for over a month. And you can see that thing's like 1.5 inches long, and you know, it's deadly. I'm pretty sure it's a thorn apple, but it's no joke. Shower time. So this is how we do showering off grid.
Was that 3 or 4?
So basically we just put 2 of those scoops in. That's enough for Dana and I to take a shower. So I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna hang my bucket, I'm gonna take my shower after a long day's work. Hey, funny seeing you here. Welcome to our off-grid shower. High tech. This channel's PG, man. Alright, y'all. So the fun begins today. So we are Monday morning, and thus starts the beginning of stripping all the grass off the what's going to be the driveway. So the excavator's literally just got here, just getting started. Super excited. Ultimately, I will show you the back and the front, and we'll try and get some maybe time lapse or something going on. But today is the beginning of the driveway, and then that will lead up to the end of the week where we start digging the foundation for digging where the foundation is going to go, which will be for next middle of next week. But you can see that we got the excavator out, and just to give you an idea what's going on, there's the driveway where my truck is. And then we're clearing everything going all the way up. And then I don't know if you can see the orange flags, but the driveway will go all the way up about maybe 350, maybe 400 feet. And then we'll start putting the pad down. We'll put the rock down for the pad that the crane's gonna sit on to set the foundation walls. But all good stuff. So I'm gonna try and capture a little bit of the driveway clearing and the keying of the lot. While I do the water catchment system today, because we're supposed to get a lot of rain, maybe even some high winds and stuff tonight. So I thought if I can get the water catchment going, I could get some water in that IBC to it before the end of today. So yeah, hang tight, we'll bring you along. I'm gonna try and video as much as I can, and thanks for hanging in there, thanks for checking in. and we'll catch up with you in a little bit. See ya. So the driveway is started. We are rocking and rolling. I'm extremely excited. Man, I don't even know what to say. Seriously, I mean, this is the start of something super awesome, and my wife and I are very excited. I can't believe this day has actually come. You know, for those of you cats, you know, thinking about or dreaming about or just wondering if, you know, you can make this happen, you can. I know it sounds silly, but man, this is just awesome. This is years and years of looking for land and finally getting land and clearing the land, and here we are today with the excavation starting on the driveway. This is the first real big piece of machinery I feel like we've had on the property, and it's awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I want to drive it. I want to dig stuff up. But yeah, so right now they dropped a little bit of modified stone on the driveway that my wife and I hand put in. That was just enough for us to park on so we could get some work done and not have the truck sink every time we were up here. They just threw some modified, finally rolled over it. I never even got to roll it when I first got the stone dropped and we laid it out. It was really just our cars driving over it. So this is pretty awesome that they rolled it, flattened it out, put a layer of modified just to keep everything from slipping out underneath of them. And now they're keying the driveway and they're gonna drop red shale, which will be the base. And then after everything is all said and done and we have no more trucks coming in, the house is built, then we'll go and backdrop some modified stone on top of that to kind of make it its final driveway. But pretty rock and roll, check it out. So you can kind of see out where he's at right now is sitting on top of the original stone that we put, and he's making what I did 50 times better. You know, driving over it, flattening it down, laying the modified, just making it, I guess, so that the wheels on the big machinery aren't pushing away at the 3-inch quarry run that we originally put down. But we were really cool last minute. We decided to cut all this out. We originally had the driveway coming right up, but we decided to cut all this out so that we could have something to pull up to the Shabin, and at least if someone's coming down the driveway, we've got someplace to pull off or a 3-point turn to kind of get out instead of having to go, let's say, all the way up. But this is where they are right now. And if you can imagine, again, we're going all the way up, pile, all the way up where all those orange flags are. So this is awesome, super awesome. Got the water system done. It's gonna rain. But yeah, so far so good. I'm trying to time-lapse video it from the roof of the Shabin so that we can see it later. But so far so good. Stick around and you know, you guys can see it while it happens. But yeah, excavation of the driveway. First step, and then foundation next week.
You know, I guess you could say I'm a poet. You know, I guess you could say I'm a poet. You know, I guess you could say I'm a poet. You know, I guess you could say I'm a poet. So how you feel, man? I feel the same way anybody would feel that's trying to create something. You know, I'm just trying to be heard. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm not trying to see my face on a t-shirt. I just want to get out what's inside or something. Try and get it right for once. know, I guess you could say I'm a poet.
Another anthem, break dancers entranced. The rhymes say you're enhanced through circuitry so advanced. I got you seeing in colors like Jimi Hendrix experience. You're all a victim of my circumstance. Now, who needs a lesson in linguistic metabolism? Distinguished cannibalism, I'm old school like movies on Prism. 1984 style, poor child living the beginning of totalitarianism. Expansive plans dismantling amp city to city. It's my fluidity heightening your stupidity. Once I spot you, I got you locked like eidetic imagery, counteracting acuity with symmetry. Mind like two crazy Filipinos locked up in Chino, watching Tarantino flicks ready to wreak havoc with ice picks. My altered genetics render mental incompetent, recessive in the power of my dominance. So move with my intelligence, move with social relevance, move with my benevolence. What you say? Say move with my intelligence, move with social relevance. When was the last time hip hop moved ya? Move with my intelligence, move with social relevance, move with my benevolence. What you say? Say move with my intelligence, move with social relevance. When was the last time hip hop moved ya? The second chapter captures listeners like a rapture, cataracts the visions of indecisions past. Evolution needs revitalization, my species mutating with the big bang, a la Clubber Lang. Dubbed another brother, I'm undercover to smother the mother of all inadequacies. These MCs performing these surgeries, Philly style, masticate the virus before it incubates fate, prior to procreate. Delineating Dante's version of hell, bastard son of Jarrell, painting your cranium, staining your cells, aiming at training your mind to comprehend higher decibels, throwing it down harder than David Wells. Intergalactic transmission, sending warnings of admonition, wishing I get up out of your dentition. Got you breathing harder than nocturnal emission. It's time to pick a plot and dial a mortician. So move with my intelligence, move with social relevance, move with my benevolence. What you say? Say move with my intelligence, move with social relevance. When was the last time hip hop moved ya? Move with my intelligence, move with social relevance, move with my benevolence. What you say? Say move with my intelligence, move with social relevance. When was the last time hip hop moved ya? Move with my intelligence, move with social relevance, move with my benevolence. What you say? Say move with my intelligence, move with social relevance. When was the last time hip hop moved ya? Move with my intelligence, move with social relevance, move with my benevolence. What you say? Say move with my intelligence, move with social relevance. When was the last time hip hop moved ya?
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It has been a long couple days, good couple days, long couple days. I haven't really done any self footage videoing or a lot of just setting the camera up and trying to catch as much as I can with the excavators doing what they're doing. But yeah, I thought I'd just quick throw the camera on real quick and take you for a fast tour. A lot of the base of the driveway has been done, which is awesome. I can't believe that my truck is this close to the shed. It's pretty amazing. For those of you who remember, I mean, basically around this line over here is where the driveway stopped, and the excavation company dropped a load of modified on there just to try and keep the rocks from pushing out on when they were bringing the trucks in, and then just nested some dirt along the edge here to kind of hold the rock in. But basically, like I said, this is where the driveway originally ended that Dana and I had done. And now you can see we had it poured sort of in like a Y so that you can now pull up to the shed and, park the car. And, eventually when the house is all built, someone can pull over when someone's leaving the driveway. But so far, so good. We had massive amount of rain the other day. It had just been, the driveway was up to here and the culvert was put in. And this part of the swale without the rock was done. I'm sure there'll be hopefully some video that you can see, but I mean, I'm talking massive rain, like 6 inches of rain throughout the night and the next day. So you can see the IPC tote. Hopefully, if my computer is back up and running, I did a great video for the water catchment system, but I had to empty that IBC tote like 2 or 3 times because it filled up so fast because of all the rain. So the good thing is that the water catchment system works. Bad news was I had to let all that water go, but it was good. It kind of helped flush that tank out a few more times. We cleaned it at home, but it was nice to fill it up and flush it. But anyway, the swale got filled in with some number 3 quarry run today. This slopes down to the culvert that's right there that goes underneath the driveway. That's new. But here's the driveway. Give you another shot from the front. Let's pull up in. Nice little spot to park here. And it'll be like this for a while we're doing the building. I imagine it'll be a few months before I have some modified dropped on top of this whole red shale. No reason to mess the driveway up. Just kind of let it be what it is. But take you for a quick walk up the driveway, or the mini road. But as you'll see, the driveway, sort of goes up and to the back, like I've always talked about. But as you can see a little bit, or maybe you can tell, it starts to widen off right here, and it widens up a little bit on this side, and that is basically because the pad, there's a 40 by 40 foot pad needed for the crane to set down on, that's going to drop the foundation walls on Tuesday. The idea is that as the road widens up here, the driveway would normally be all the way over here. The idea is that they were going to pick this rock back up after the crane leaves and drop it all the way in the back there to finish the driveway. I may change that up a little bit and try and keep this a little bit wider. Sort of do what I just did back at the Shabin, where it just kind of wise off at the end and then the driveway continues up the end. Simply so that, there's multi-car parking up here and a little bit more room to kind of maneuver and all that good stuff. But again, you can see this is the swale. A little tough to kind of get an idea, but this is generally what they did down there with the rock. It just got filled in. So this will go all the way up to the top of the driveway, and that'll help the water run off. And it worked out really well. The guys are doing a great job. Today it was 2 young kids, and they did a killer job. I can't believe this. I know I've said that a million times, but I really can't. It's amazing. This is really my first time walking all the way up this side. It'll be neat when the swale's done, but the driveway looks pretty good. And you can see in the back, still a little bit more to go back here, but I think they were kind of stealing a little bit of rock from here as they needed it down below. But there'll be probably another truckload or so of red shale drop to fill all that in. And like I said, these 2 trees will come down tomorrow. But not bad. Look at that, man. Big old road. I think I have a picture. The same spot. That day has now come, so. There's the shed down there. That road's looking good, man. And I mean, there's been probably 25 loads of red shale dropped all the way. And I mean, they've been driving back and forth and back and forth and back and forth on this road. And they filled in some divots, and obviously the rain we had the other day kind of set us back a little bit. Not too much, just a day, but everything was still like, soggy wet. So it was actually a good opportunity to see how the road held up, and it was pretty good. And the areas that didn't was kind of like a red flag for them to drop some more stone and kind of maybe put some bigger rock down there. But they picked this rock up. There was a rock over here. I may have talked about it years ago in videos when I was mowing, but there was a huge rock, and my wife and I always just say, man, when we do the driveway, I wonder what it's going to be like pulling that rock up. Let me tell you, they pulled that rock up, and it was huge. It does no justice seeing it because it's half buried in the ground right there. But basically, the culvert now goes underneath the driveway, and they built head walls on both sides. There's a really small head wall on this side. It's down on that side, and then on this side, man, they did a really nice job picking out some really large flat rocks. Maybe I can try and get a shot from the other side, and then like a capstone on top. But I had them pull this rock down from up there, and it's just super level, super flat, and the water runs down, sort of like on an S as it goes down. So it'll be really neat once this all starts to get filled in with rock. It'll be really neat to have that kind of it's almost like on the edge of the creek or on the edge of the river. And it's good usage of that rock to kind of cap off this little area. But the guys have been really cool, just doing extra all around. Can't thank them enough, and they seem to say the same thing, which is really nice. But all good stuff. All good stuff. Can't wait for the foundation to get dug. That'll start tomorrow. I'll be interested to see the 4-foot grade difference. I didn't think it was that big, and I thought it was only about 1.5 feet, and I knew I was going to be deceived a little bit. It always is when you're looking at that. It seems like such a small slope, but yeah, when they shot grade today, which is basically, you know, using the laser level, it was almost 4 feet, which was a bit surprising, but I guess not to be expected, I guess. But all good stuff, man. All good stuff. See if I can get a shot of that culvert from the other side. It looks really good. But yeah, this is awesome, having this little parking area now up here. I mean, I can basically pull the truck right up. Talked to the zoning inspector today, and my building permit's all ready. Picking that up in the morning. That was a large hurdle to get over, but yeah, check that out. I mean, they did a really nice job on that culvert. Stacked up some nice, head wall stones, and kind of graded around both sides of it, but made it look really nice. And like I said, that rock was massive, so it's like perfectly level. And that was the first. The kid dropped it. It was perfect. Same with the capstone over there. I mean, dropped that right on top, and couldn't have been better. Such a neat looking rock. And I'll tell you what, when that water came the other day, it was flowing. It was flowing. And I always kind of was mucky down there, and that's basically the runoff, and we knew that, and we knew there was going to be the culvert underneath the driveway there, but could not have happened at a better time. I mean, it really just, I think I have some video. Maybe I'll try and slip it in there if I didn't lose it, or it's still on the computer, but really awesome. And the catchment system worked great. It was awesome tonight to just open up the valve, fill up the bucket, and take a quick shower. But that worked out really good. So yeah, I'll bring you guys back tomorrow, and I'm going to try and do sort of like a time-lapse footage of them digging the foundation. God bless you guys that do all that filming, man. I think I did like 64 gigs of just 2 cards between 2 days of doing stuff, and it's amazing how that memory and that storage just gets backed up so fast. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Great stuff. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, we'll keep going.